What's that word, chap? Hey, look though, we back with another reaction video, man. This time my boy Flacco about to break down what's going on between Bricc Baby and Adam, man. We ain't finna waste no time, bro. We finna roll up, we all finna smoke, and we about to see what's going on in the no jumper community, man. Let's get right to it.
Adam22 is very upset, angry, pissed off at Bricc Baby, and he just dropped a 14-minute video expressing the such. Now, he's upset at Bricc Baby because Bricc Baby released a video on his channel from prison where he essentially took some shots at Adam.
That's the one thing, man. I ain't fighting life. You know what I mean? It's gonna be over one day. You know what I mean? You can't. I ain't wish that big old deal, man. It's the Bricc, man. While everybody laid up with their feet up out there vacationing, playing like they ain't got nothing for the kids, man. You already know we still keeping it strong. No, nothing for.
This call is from a federal prison.
Oh yeah, it definitely sounds like he's throwing shots.
Mental test to see where hard at in his chest, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, they use you, abuse you. As soon as you get out the way, they act like they ain't worried about losing you.
He might not be talking.
MF's on vacation with their feet up, acting like they don't got nothing for you.
That might be for Adam. It might not, but it also might not be though, chat. We don't know. He ain't dropping no names. I don't know if Bricc even known for dropping, for name dropping, but it might not be about him, and it might be about him, bro. Let's continue to see what Flacco got to say about it, man.
MF will use you and throw you out the way, and as soon as you gone, they act like they ain't afraid to lose you. Oh, who could he be talking about? Well, obviously, Adam22, the big 22-ster. And this ain't the first time. Bricc Baby called into No Jumper at some point and said that Adam ain't been picking up his phone calls.
What?
All right, Adam responded back claiming,
Hold on. Adam, you doing that, gang? That's how you coming, gang? I thought y'all was, locked in, brothers from another mother, also co-workers or co-worker and boss or whatever. But I thought y'all had a good relationship, bro. So what's up with the not answering the phone? Is this something else that's going on? I hope my boy Adam got a point of view so we can hear what he got to say. I hope he responded and spoke on it. Let's see. Come on.
No, his girlfriend was supposed to call Adam. She forgot. She dropped the ball. So it was actually on the girl and not Adam. But they fixed it and they spoke afterwards. But then this happened. Now, from my perspective, what Bricc Baby said is whatever. I don't even feel like Adam would be tripping too hard on what Bricc said. He would kind of understand it and treat it as a part of the game. However, the 22-ster took Bricc Baby's comment a little harsh and a little personal because he found out that Bricc Baby apparently had a conversation with a former employee, Sharp, and Sharp revealed to the world that Bricc Baby told him a couple of things, and he heard firsthand that Adam was turning his back on Bricc Baby, and Adam felt like Bricc Baby crossed the line by talking to Sharp about him.
When he was calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people, and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why ain't you answering Bricc calls? You ain't doing nothing right. Y'all been making content about them for the last 2 weeks. Why is it that he ain't received a paycheck? And motherfuckers is making money off of what he been doing, and I'm here.
I feel like y'all is y'all caught up with the Sharp and the Adam and all that drama, him not being there anymore and all this and all that, bro. If y'all is, y'all is. If y'all ain't, go look into it, bro, because I ain't going to talk too much about it. I ain't going to spoil it for nobody, but I feel like, bro, right here on the screen, bro, I can't think of his name right now. It's on top of my damn tongue and head and shit. But I think he was waiting for this moment, bro. Sharp, there we go, Sharp. Sharp was waiting for this moment. Yeah, he was for sure waiting for this moment, bro, because I feel like he been waiting to keep speaking on no jumper, I ain't mad at him though. Get your money, get your views and everything, my boy, for sure. But I feel like he was waiting on something to happen, and this shit fell right in his lap.
Hearing that, from reliable sources, his people, done reached out about it, and they're not getting no feedback on it, no response. I mean, they did have a life before he went to jail, homie. Like I said, that's what happens at jobs. Like he don't get his money, and missing out on some bands because he ain't there. Come on, brother. That ain't cool. You're supposed to make sure that he got it. His baby mama or nobody like ain't received nothing. Like just even the money that he's owed legitimately for what the work that he's done. Because I know he got a salary. Why ain't that man received his bread? Like what's going on? Give him his bread. He at a point right now where he could use that for his family. He still got, what I'm saying? He got kids in school. He got all types of going on. How do you use his bread on him? It's a time where he probably need it the most. What I'm saying is very simple. I don't care what the case may be. He got kids. He got shit going on. He at least get in his last movement, his last hoorah before you say him. But I knew that shit was coming, homie. I knew that was coming. I seen it. Just shut up. Like,
he said he thought that shit coming. I knew
be careful.
It wasn't going to last, like, forever.
Donate money off the man's name.
I feel like they had a good thing going on, but, good things don't never last for long. So that's why we always going to feel like, oh, this shit ain't going to be around for long. Some shit do. Some friendships and chemistry just go on forever, but for the most part, a lot of people shit just, just fade away or just grow apart, bro.
Say y'all, because that pinpoints too many people. But certain people have made money off of the likeliness of that whole situation for the last couple of weeks and ain't put $1 towards it. Man, I know the real people, man. His loved ones. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is what really got Adam mad and pissed off. What Bricc Baby said is cool. Adam, to be honest, if Sharp hadn't made this video, Adam probably would have just let the Bricc Baby stuff go. But Adam couldn't let Sharp getting one up on him. So Adam did a 40-yard dash from vacation, came back straight to the pocket. Adam got back from vacation, ain't go home. He drove directly to the studio, bruh, to pick up this podcast mic to respond back to Bricc Baby and Sharp. So Adam will pretty much start off by saying, that Bricc Baby owes him a lot of money. He will say Bricc Baby owes him a very significant amount of money. And he actually gives the exact figure and when the money was borrowed.
Okay. So, if you didn't catch it, this is a thinly veiled shot at the 22 stir. I was on vacation. I did have my feet kicked up. But let's talk about Bricc Baby. And in particular, the financial side of my relationship with the brick, not the trick. When Bricc Baby came on the platform 2 years ago, pretty quickly, the feds ran up in his crib and raided him. He needed money to get out. Now, it's been discussed at length that I fronted him an amount of money, $5,000, so that he could get out the same day that he was picked up. I know Whack 100 and a few other people have been spreading information saying that this was cap. I don't know. Honestly, the other day in the Reddit, somebody posted information saying that he really did have a bail and that was where the $5,000 went. I never really heard about it. I heard rumors in the streets that maybe this money was not required for him to be bailed out, that he didn't have a bail, but I did see these screenshots in the Reddit that make it seem as if he did have a bail. I didn't make a big deal out of it. I gave him the money, had to get him back out on the streets.
It doesn't just stop at this $5,000. There's more. But for this particular $5,000, I would say, yes, Adam did help out Bricc, but I believe that investment was mutually beneficial. That $5,000 was a great investment. He got a great return on that investment, essentially because at that particular time, that's when AD, T-Rail, everybody left, and No Jumper was looking for a third No Jumper show host, right? And they tried out Court, they tried out Bricc Baby, and Bricc Baby was obviously somebody who the fans gravitated towards.
Yeah, definitely.
So when you just got some steam rolling after the huge debacle and everybody left, and this is a host that everybody loves on the show, then $5,000 to me isn't really that much to retain that particular host. So to me, this was goodwill and good faith on Adam's behalf, but it also was mutually beneficial. But it doesn't just stop at this $5,000 though, right? Okay. Bricc came to Adam again for another bag.
I knew that he had potential. I knew that I could take him from being a marginal figure in the LA podcasting space to being one of, if not the most talked about person in the podcasting space, which is exactly what has happened over the course of the past couple of years. Never asked him for the money back.
Yo, Bricc Baby, if you're hearing this, you so happen to come across my video game, I hope they free you, and I hope when you get out here, bro, you just turn up on you more, bro. Turn up on you more. You don't need nobody else's platform, bro. You make your own platform. Start from the mud. Whatever you gotta do, gang. Keep doing what you was doing before you got locked up, gang. But just change a couple of things. Move a little smarter. Improve more. But bro, you got it, gang. You got it for sure. You just gotta, I don't think you need nobody else. You just need you, bro. All you need is yourself. You and yourself and God, bro. That's all you need, bro. I mean, not to say that you being on no jumper was a bad thing. That was a great thing for you, for sure, great thing. Cause I wish I was on no jumper. I ain't gonna lie. But look, bro, just do your thing, bro. Come home and do you, bro. Or if everything is you and Adam can work it out, then go back to no jumper, bro. Do your thing. Get your money though.
Never asked for it. You feel me? Now, to his credit, for like 2 years after that, he did not ask me for any additional funds. So from my perspective, I was just like, okay, whatever. This is part of doing business. I gave him the $5K. I'm not going to bring it up again. And over the course of those 2 years, my prediction did come true. Bricc Baby basically soared to new heights, became one of the most talked about people in the community. And as far as our relationship, I would like to think that we actually became something like friends. We got closer and closer, spent time hanging out various times, went out to a lot of different parties and stuff, basically formed a relationship that honestly was a little bit more developed than the type of relationship that I've formed with most of the hosts that No Jumper has had over the years. Fast forward to a couple months ago, Bricc Baby reaches out to me again, asks if he can borrow a couple $1,000s for, I don't know, he's like moving into a new spot or some shit like that. I said, okay. Didn't even bring up the fact that I had let him borrow this $5,000. I figured after 2 years, shit, whatever. So I let him borrow this additional $2,000-$3,000. I forget what it was. And then very soon after that, like I'm talking like a week later, he gets picked up by the feds, right? Ever since then, there's been murmurings, people wondering, what is Adam22 going to do to help out Bricc in this situation? Now, from my perspective, I'm $7,000, $8,000 in the hole in terms of money that I have let you borrow. Which I'm not really the kind of person who lets people borrow money all the time. Like, of everybody who's ever worked for me, I honestly don't think I can think of a situation in which any of them have borrowed money from me. Like, that's just not really the kind of relationship that I like to have with people who work for me. If it is an emergency, okay, we could do something. But for the most part, it's just not really how I get down. It's like I don't like to have that kind of thing going on. I pay you for your service and you do the job and we're good. But as far as taking out loans consistently, constantly, I'm not really into it.
There's two dynamics at play here. Bricc Baby and Adam, the friends, because Bricc Baby and Adam are closer in age, so that's probably why Adam was quicker or easier to develop a relationship with Bricc Baby than he is probably with other employees who are probably significantly, younger. Mm-hmm. And then there's Bricc Baby and Adam, the employer and the employee. Both Adam and Bricc Baby is struggling with this dynamic and figuring out where the lines are. Most people won't be able to pick up the phone and call their employer to ask for money, right? But if that's your homie, you can. So exactly. Adam is forced to operate from an employer and
a friendship.
A friend.
Yep.
And I feel like that's significantly harder than having to operate from an employee and a friend. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Because as an employer, you are the one who is tasked with the hard decisions. You're the one who has to let them know, hey, bro, you ain't getting a raise this year. Hey, bro, we got to take away some of your pay. Hey, bro, you're not really doing your job. You're fired. So you got to do certain things that's difficult. As the friend and the employee, well, you get all the perks. So when Bricc Baby gets locked up, the employer is saying, well, man, bro, you get locked up. You about to be locked up for another like 2 or 3 years fighting this case, bro. You are still on payroll. We can't really keep you on payroll because you're not really working. We can't keep somebody who's in jail on 3 years, right? Like you don't expect to be kept on payroll if you work at McDonald's or work at a call center. They won't keep you on payroll if you get arrested and fighting the case for 3 years. Right. And, like No Jumper is currently having money issues. We can't afford to keep somebody who's not working on payroll. But the friend is saying, that's my homie. I don't care if he already borrowed $8,000. He's currently in jail fighting the case. His family is going through it. I got your back, bro. Let's rock out. Yo, what's mine is yours. You need to be on payroll to pay your bills. All right, bro, here. So these are dynamics you really have to navigate. And in most situations, if that was me, I'm heartless. I'll be real. I'm heartless, bro. You feel me? My business usually comes before friendships. But with Adam and Bricc, it's a little different. So Adam would explain how he's been trying to navigate that and why it's been kind of difficult But he would also say that Bricc Baby never really asked him for money since he'd been locked up. And he would also say that he feels disappointed that Bricc Baby never talked to him about these things, but he talked to Sharp about it.
Throughout our relationship so far. But I say all that to just set the stage. Then he gets locked up, and people are pretty much automatically, suggesting in the comments, people talking about it on podcasts, is Adam going to pay for his lawyer? Is Adam putting money on his books? Whatever. And I'm going to be real with you. For like the first month that he was locked up, he didn't ask me for shit. He didn't say anything about it, which I kind of appreciated, because I feel like if I just gave you $2,000 like immediately before you got locked up, it is kind of weird for you to get locked up and then be like, hey, like, can I have even more money, especially given this prior debt? Because my thing is, like, if you want to get an official verdict on how I'm willing to help you out financially in addition to what I've done for you previously, I feel like you should be upfront about that. I've talked to Bricc on the phone a whole bunch of times since he's been locked up, including like the day before this video came out, and it was none of this energy at all. And in addition to that, we've got people like Sharp, who don't got a pot to piss in, who ain't done nothing for Bricc, who can't do anything for anybody because he's dead broke. He's coming out, making YouTube videos, doing streams where he's passing judgment on what I've done for Bricc. Keep in mind, I've had Bricc on salary for 2 years straight. Even when he was missing shows, even when he was out of town doing whatever, never fronted on him in terms of the money. Now we've got Sharp, who, Sharp has never done anything besides women and be ugly, and he's out here trying to cast judgment on me.
Me just being objective and non-biased, because I love Bricc and I love Adam. I probably wasn't as close with either of them as they were together, but I love them both. You feel me? But if Bricc Baby never told Adam this, and they were on the phone the day before, and they were talking, and they had a conversation, and it was all cool, but Bricc is going public with it and telling Sharp, that's wrong. That's wrong. And Bricc, listen, bro, Bricc knows. Bro, I love you. Hey, listen, bro. Bricc, bro, bro, listen, bro, I'm doing my part, bro. You feel me? I'm doing my part. Feel me? While you there, bro, I got you. But you wrong for this, bro, if you never told him. Now, again, this is Adam's part. Bricc Baby hasn't spoken out yet, so we don't know, all right? But from Adam's perspective, if what Adam is saying is true, Bricc is wrong for that, bro. You're supposed to have the conversation man to man, bro. Now, I know it can be difficult to tell the homie, yo, I have expectations from you, because as a man, you really don't want to tell nobody you expect something from them or you need them. But if you have expectations or you need a homie, hey, bro, yo, I need you right now, bro, but I don't feel like you tell Sharp or tell the public before you tell Adam. Now, this is the part where I kind of where I got really wide-eyed. I said, whoa, hold on.
Let's hear it. Let's see.
This is a very interesting choice of words. Adam spoke on the future of Bricc Baby on No Jumper, and Adam says he has concerns about Bricc Baby returning back to the platform. This left me stunned, people.
So if this is true, this is the first and only source that I've heard from that has specified this in any way. Do I have concerns about Bricc Baby returning to the platform? Yes, obviously. That would be kind of interesting, and I would wonder about the level of heat that it would draw to the building. Obviously, things like the gun that they saw in his waistline that I didn't see and that I don't think the comments saw, but that was pointed out in his bail hearing that he had a strap on him. That kind of thing is the kind of thing that I would want to really be on point with.
From my perspective, that sounds like the last time we've seen Bricc Baby on No Jumper. Listen, I haven't talked to Adam about this. We haven't had a conversation. I'm just strictly giving, bro, Adam might see this and be mad at me. Adam, I love you, bro. I'm sorry. But from the wording of that, hey, bro, it might bring some heat to the office. This might not be the best option to come back. We got to be careful. Hey, bro, that wording like that, man, and Bricc might be fighting this case for 2 or 3 years. Wording like that, it sounds like that might be the last time we've seen Bricc Baby on camera, man. Feel me? At No Jumper, bro. But hey, y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts on this?
All right, Chad. Like he said, y'all let me know in the comment what y'all think about this whole thing. Dre Squad, let me know what y'all think. What y'all think? All this can be? Do y'all think all this can be fixed at the end of the day? Like once Bricc is released, hopefully he come home free Bricc, man. Rest of y'all comment free Bricc, and they just squash it, or what y'all? Where y'all see this going, man? What y'all? Let me know in the comments, man. What y'all think, bro? We out, man. Ya dig?